12 Huge Coronation Street spoilers for next week. Get ready, Coronation Street fans, because next week's episodes from April 1st to 5th are about to deliver a whirlwind of emotions and revelations. Brace yourselves as Jenny drops a bombshell confession to Carla, Steve finds himself tangled in a web of secrets, and Maria battles her anxiety over Liam. With tensions running high and secrets threatening to unravel, the drama in Weatherfield is reaching a boiling point. Join us as we dive into the 12 tantalizing spoilers that will have you on the edge of your seat for the upcoming week on Coronation Street. Here's a look at 12 big moments coming up. 1. Bethany has suspicions about Daisy. Bethany catches Daisy red-handed with multiple shopping bags, sparking suspicions about the true source of her newfound wealth. As Bethany playfully teases Daisy about her extravagant spending, Daisy vehemently defends herself, claiming her purchases are all from charity shops. However, Bethany's curiosity is piqued by Daisy's defensive demeanor, setting the stage for a deeper investigation into the origins of Daisy's shopping spree. Later, Bethany's suspicions deepen when she overhears Jenny reprimanding Daisy for her excessive spending, prompting a reminder to keep their financial affairs discreet. As Bethany begins to connect the dots, her suspicions are confirmed when Tim reveals that Daisy was spotted shopping in the bustling centre of Manchester, rather than the humble local charity shops as she claimed. With Daisy's deceit exposed, the drama unfolds as Bethany grapples with the implications of her discovery and confronts Daisy about her lies, leading to a dramatic showdown that will leave viewers on the edge of their seats. 2. Bethany makes a discovery. Determined to get to the bottom of Daisy's lies, Bethany makes out to Daniel that she's going to offer to help Daisy prepare dinner in a bid to make friends. Daisy reluctantly takes Bethany up on her offer, but while her back is turned, Bethany turns up the temperature on the oven and burns Daisy's dessert. Frustrated, Daisy heads out to buy a replacement. When Jenny calls Ryan through to the bar, Bethany wastes no time in searching through the drawers and shoves Stephen's journal into her bag. As Bethany reads the journal, she quickly realizes what Jenny and Daisy have been up to. 3. Jenny is under pressure. Bethany wastes no time in making accusations about Jenny and Daisy's sudden wealth, and Jenny is forced to mask her panic when Carla makes a dig about it. With the net closing in, Jenny insists to Daisy that they need to find a way to pay Carla back quickly, but Daisy shuts down the suggestion and thinks they just need to keep quiet. Later, at the Rovers' karaoke night, Sally admires Daisy's latest purchase. Jenny sees red and rails at Daisy for flaunting her wealth. Unaware their argument can be heard over the microphone. 4. Jenny confesses all to Carla. Ryan steps in to diffuse the palpable tension between Jenny and Daisy, attempting to smooth over the awkward encounter. Despite his efforts, Carla keenly observes the underlying tension, sensing that something is amiss between the two women. As Ryan struggles to ease the tension, Carla's perceptive nature leaves her suspicious of the brewing conflict, setting the stage for further drama to unfold. Later, Carla stumbles upon Jenny in Victoria Garden, her distress evident. With concern etched on her face, Carla confronts Jenny about Bethany's accusations, probing for the truth behind the escalating turmoil. In a moment of vulnerability, Jenny breaks down, confessing to Carla about their involvement in Stephen's money scheme. As the weight of Jenny's revelation hangs heavy in the air, viewers are left on the edge of their seats, wondering how Carla will react to this shocking confession and what consequences lie ahead for the tangled web of deceit woven by the residents of Weatherfield. 5. Steve hides the truth from Tracy. Steve reads Tracy's letter from Tommy and is horrified to discover that Tommy has invited Tracy to move to Spain with him. Meanwhile, Tracy reveals to Amy that she misses having a man in her life. Tracy decides to visit Steve, and when she admits that she wants to get back together with him, Steve pockets the letter from Tommy. Steve's in the mood to celebrate, but it's obvious Tracy is pining for Tommy. He suggests they go to the pub, and when Tracy's back is turned, burns the letter from Tommy. 6. Tracy plans to start a new life with Tommy. Despite Steve's best efforts to interfere, Tracy and Tommy manage to work things out. Tracy calls at number 1 for the last of her things and admits to Ken, Amy and Daniel that she'll miss them all. Ken suggests they have a farewell drink at the Rovers and raises a toast to Tracy's new life in Spain. Meanwhile, Steve ignores the festivities and realizes he's lost Tracy for good. 7. Gary tries to help Maria. Maria is shocked when David reveals that if she doesn't come back to work soon, Audrey will have no choice but to replace her. Maria explains the predicament to Gary and acknowledges that although they need the money, she's not ready to leave Liam. Maria's confession prompts Gary to approach Carla and explain that he's thinking of selling the factory building and offers her first refusal. However, his plan is ruined when Carla tells him there's no way she can afford it. 8. Maria fears the worst. Maria returns to work, leaving Gary to homeschool Liam. As she discusses styling options with a bride-to-be, Maria is far more concerned about Liam's well-being and keeps an eye on him via an app with a link to a hidden camera. In the middle of the bridal appointment, Maria checks her phone yet again and is horrified when Liam goes to the bathroom and doesn't re-emerge. Fearing he's harmed himself, Maria hurries home to check on him. Later, an emotional Maria confides to Audrey about her recent struggles. 9. Dylan is tricked by Mason. Sean is delighted when Violet and Dylan visit number 11, but Violet makes it clear it's not a social call, and they're only there to get Dylan's shoes for the hearing. Bella, a girl from Dylan's class, approaches Dylan while he and Violet are having a meal in the bistro. Dylan is pleased when she invites him to meet in the precinct later for an ice cream, but when Dylan arrives, he's shocked to find Mason waiting for him. 10. Roy contacts Lauren's mum. Roy struggles to prove his innocence with Dee Dee, fearing that the evidence is stacked against him. Carla fills Dee Dee in on Roy's recent sleepwalking and the abusive calls he's received, but Dee Dee assures her she's doing everything she can to help. Meanwhile, after Lauren's mum's contact details are posted online, Roy calls Carrie and leaves a message offering sympathy, despite Evelyn's advice to steer clear. Later, Roy faces fresh abuse from a customer, prompting Bernie and David to leap to his defense. The incident leaves Roy sickened to see the trouble he's causing for his friends. 11. Ed returns with bad news. Michael and Dee Dee are left reeling when they come face to face with the stark reality of Ed's financial woes. Shock grips them as they open a final demand letter addressed to Ed, revealing the daunting amount he still owes. As the weight of the situation sinks in, Michael and Dee Dee grapple with the enormity of Ed's predicament, realizing the severity of the financial burden he carries. Meanwhile, Ed returns from Birmingham bearing the crushing news that Aggie has severed ties with him. Refusing to reconcile and return home, stricken with grief over the loss of his marriage, Ed's distress is palpable. In a touching display of familial solidarity, Michael steps up to comfort his brother in his time of need, offering solace and support. Moved by Michael's gesture of kindness, Ed finds a brief respite from his anguish, unaware that Michael has chosen to shield him from the added stress of the final demand letter, choosing instead to bear the burden silently on his behalf. 12. Hope provides Brian with a lead. Hope calls at the cabine, inquiring about a possible paper round job. Brian is happy to offer the job to Hope, but is surprised when the youngster asks him for an advance on her wages already. Hope explains that a guy in the precinct is selling a cheap laptop and she wants to buy it. With Paul's laptop having been stolen in the recent robbery at the Rovers, could the two events be connected? As the drama unfolds on Coronation Street, viewers are in for a rollercoaster ride of emotions and revelations. From shocking confessions to tangled webs of deceit, the residents of Weatherfield navigate through tumultuous times, leaving us on the edge of our seats. Join us next week as we continue to unravel the mysteries and scandals of Coronation Street. Don't miss out on the twists and turns that await in the upcoming episodes. Stay tuned for more thrilling moments and be sure to subscribe for all the latest updates and spoilers. Until next time, keep watching and brace yourselves for the next installment of drama on Coronation Street.